Yesterday, I know everybody had, or a lot of people had saw the video involving DJ Akademiks and the 15-year-old streamer. He was making the very inappropriate comments with the streamer, and I definitely wanted to address it, but I wanted to make sure that, like, when I address these things, because I'm not a news outlet, I'm not a gossip blog, whatever. It has to tie into a greater issue, right? And so I wanted to make sure that we had this conversation because I feel like it's an important one because I'm seeing the reactions to it, and though I respect a lot of the reactions, I think we still got to be honest and tell the truth about what's going on.
You ever dream about Max before?
I have, yes. Not in no weird way.
Yo, what the?
So wait, Max is another streamer, right? Max is the dude. I don't know for those of you guys. He was on the stream recently, and I forgot the name of the dude that was there. Somebody was in the house with them smoking, and he had told him, he was like, "Hey, who's smoking?" And then the other dude got mad and left or whatever because he didn't want him smoking because I think it was like an Airbnb. But yeah, that's Max, right? And Max is a streamer, and Max knows Akademiks. Allegedly, they troll each other often. And so this is what DJ Akademiks said after the fact. This was him trolling Max, talking to this 15-year-old boy.
You ever dream about Max before?
Would you let Max get you pregnant?
No, that would be gay.
If he actually,
If Max said he wanted to try fucking a dude, would you let him fuck you?
No.
Why not?
Why not?
Yo, you can have. Wait.
If I can't fuck you, I'm cutting you off.
No, yo. Suppose he's like, yo, bro, listen, yo, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be inside of you. Pause.
Now, I know when I was growing up, we used to talk like when I was 15 years old, we would talk like this. We would make like we would make stupid, raunchy jokes or whatever to each other. But that would be between teenagers, like, like it's peers, right? As an adult man, you cannot do this. Like, you just cannot I don't know what else to say to Akademiks. You cannot do this. Like, this is unacceptable on every level, right? If I walked in and I heard or I saw this stream and this was my son, I would be looking for at this point. Like, what are you doing? You don't do this. This is crazy. You are a grown man. It's odd. You don't know him. You ain't his cousin, his uncle, or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, where y'all, I don't know. Some people got different, versions of humor, whatever the case may be, and their family, fine. I don't want to judge y'all. Y'all talk crazy to each other. That's fine. But like, this is a stranger to you. You don't know this boy. This is a child. And that he doesn't know this is telling. That he doesn't understand that you can't talk to kids like this ever, let alone on his fucking stream. I would hate to see what his search engine looks like. What his, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got some wild shit on there. This is crazy. You are an adult. You don't know you can't talk to kids like this? Wow.
Yo, I'm not gay.
You said you suck a dick though.
You weird as shit, man. Like,
I don't know who that other dude was that just made that statement. That was crazy. Hold on. I think I watched it out of sequence. My fault. That was the end of it. My bad. Let me go to the beginning.
Yes, not in no weird way.
Yo, what the?
Dreamt of us having.
You ever dream about Max before?
I have, yes, not in no weird way.
Yo, what the?
Dreamt of us having. I dreamt of us coming to Malaysian meeting. I dreamt of.
Oh, y'all on a vacation. Holy.
I dreamt of him.
Come on, bro. He talking about y'all on a vacation. Max and a little ass kid, bro. Come on, bro. That's weird shit, man.
Max isn't there. But Akademiks is saying this about a grown man with a child and the man's not even there. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is him trolling Max though. Like, what the fuck? This ain't your homie,
That
Max.
is weird as fuck.
Oh.
That's weird, bro. Like, bro, this is like, you gotta understand these kids, like, they're impressionable, bro. They're impressionable. So it's like, yes, like maybe us, our generation, the Max generation, all of our shit, we looked up to fucking like rappers. We thought that shit was cool. But these kids, they look up to streamers. Like, that's what's cool to them, bro. So it's just like to this kid, Max probably his hero and shit. You know what I'm saying? So of course, like he's just living it up with his idol, and it's like it means a lot to him. He probably wants to be like Max on some shit. And then Ak is like saying like, "Oh, that's not zesty. He's an impressionable child." That's like Ak is weird for saying that, bro. If he thought he thinking whatever, but like, bro, like who the fuck cares, bro? He worked for Max, let him work for Max.
Adopting
you and him in Malaysia.
Yeah, I dreamt of him adopting me.
Yo, that's crazy.
Hey, yo.
He's a child. Again, he's not even from America too. So like, I don't know. All of that was weird. That other dude was weird. There was another dude on there. I forgot his name. He was another streamer. But here is Akademiks crashing out about it. Well, first, let's listen to what the boy said.
Said that's 8 hours gone because I streamed for 8 hours. You can see the 8 barely readable below. And then he said, "I appreciate you." He deleted those texts of asking me to delete VOD because of that, and said like you could get clips from Ak from that stream or whatever, and you can have more streams with us in the future. I promise.
Yeah.
I do not want that.
Yeah, no. I don't see.
He texted me. "You know where your man's ninja bugging," the person who posted it, my mod, and then trying to paint a narrative on Ak, we be trolling. Deleted those messages too because I didn't see them. I just screenshotted them.
So Ak was trying to say, oh, like telling the kid, like, oh, we just trolling. And he was telling other people that actually, because one of his mods posted it in the Discord, and then the video of Akademiks saying that weird ass shit. Like when he said it, people knew that it was weird. So they clipped it up, posted it in the Discord, and then Akademiks was trying to be like, doing like damage control after the fact. And the little kid is exposing it.
And then they were in the Discord sending the links of what happened while in VC. And then he sent, "I was deafened for most of the call. Didn't know they went that far."
Nah, don't even try that.
5 texts.
Yeah, he was trying to like, excuse the behavior, right? And then here's Ak crashing out about it.
You just like a weirdo. Bro, I knew the nigga was in our Discord saying he was going to end his life and how his life sucked. And it was us. It was us, nigga. It's not all that Max community shit was not that. It was us that was picking that nigga up, treating him like a little bro, like, yo, like actually our little brother. Nigga was sending him money. He was saying, oh, so when I seen like, today Ray was just like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga did an interview saying y'all niggas are really weird. I'm like, what? Wait, the dude who we've been showing so much love?
Oh, sorry. So the dude Max, the other streamer who Akademiks was trying to troll, once he saw the clips of what Akademiks was saying, he distanced himself from it, and rightfully so. He was like, yeah, that was weird. Like, these niggas is weird, pretty much, right? And now Akademiks is addressing that, and this is when the crash out happens. Because apparently, or allegedly, Max was in, last year, he was in, he was feeling suicidal. And now Akademiks is exposing this man's story, right? To try to make him to paint himself out to be Akademiks is trying to paint himself out to be the victim in all of this. So he gonna tell this man's story about having having suicidal thoughts at one point in time, and how and Akademiks is that, hey, I picked him up, we lifted him up, nobody was there for him but us, yada yada yada, right? Crazy.
Brother, nigga was sending him money. He was saying, oh, so when I seen like today, Ray was just like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga did an interview saying y'all niggas are really weird. I'm like, what? Wait, the dude who we've been showing so much love? And yeah, of course we trolling him. He trolling us. We trolling him, he trolling us. Y'all gotta look beyond those clips. You weird as shit.
Now, I'm not going through the shit. I'm not. Because these clips are nasty. It's bad work, nasty work. And today's a great stream, and I'm not bringing it down with this weird energy. This shit is very weird. I talked to Nora. Nora is good to make sure Bubba's good. I'm not gonna go through this shit. But once again, I didn't want to hide it in the comm either. I didn't want to hide it in the comm because it's like, then it's like, it looks like I'm hiding this shit when I'm not trying to hide it. This not some shit I want to give light to. You get what I'm saying? Niggas was joking around in the court. I'm not going.
Yo, no, because I showed too much love. I showed too much love. And I could just collect the bag. I showed too much love. I showed too much love. Yo, I showed too much love to ever be called a weirdo. I showed too much love. So I promise you, yo, Max, I fuck with you. I love you. But these labels, they're on your dick now. They're going to pay me $3,000 to $5,000 every time you see me on my page. Grant, it's clipped. I promise I'm done with that shit. Let's see how that go. My pocket's gonna get fat. I'm just not gonna get called no weirdo on no type of shit. Fuck your community, my nigga. I'm not doing it. Nigga, I showed love. Yo, no.
So instead of him taking accountability and responsibility for what he said and just being like, damn, yeah, I didn't mean it that way, but I could see how people could take it that way. And I 100% apologize for that. That was definitely inappropriate. I'm gonna take some time away and, like reflect on it, whatever, right? Like a fucking human being. He crashing out on somebody who just is rightfully calling out the fact that nigga was being very weird and problematic with a young child. That's his reaction to that, right? So when I saw this reaction and I saw how everybody else was reacting and I saw how Max was reacting, and I'm looking at everybody, and I'm not saying that everybody that is reacting to this, that these niggas don't actually care. I'm not going to say that. Right. But I do think that men, most of the time, like when men act like they care in these instances, they actually don't care.
Men don't care about rape. Men don't care about rape. But men do not care about predatory behavior or predators. They don't care about women being taken advantage of at all. And the vast majority of the men who watch this don't. You don't. And I'm going to prove it to you. When it gets
now I know that Akademiks he was talking about, to me, he was insinuating because he was talking about an adult with the child, so it would be rape, right? Because it can't be consensual. But just the culture of rape, molestation, whatever, right? Just listen, that's what I'm saying. And I so far 100% agree. Men don't care.
Brought up in conversation, or when anything like that happens in the news and it gets brought to the attention of men, they all seem to have the same responses where they vocalize a hatred for that kind of behavior and that kind of activity, where they say things like, oh, I'd fucking kill anyone who did that to my sister or my girlfriend or my wife.
Watch this.
Guy with the daughter in the bathtub. What happened?
That's Nathan Larson. After I hacked his site, after I submitted it to the authorities, to all the news stations, he gets arrested with a 12-year-old girl and gets arrested for kidnapping. And I don't think he got charged with rape, but he got the kidnapping charge. Then went to federal prison for that. The website went down. He sat in prison for, I forget what the sentence was, but it was quite a long time. To my knowledge, when you're a person like him, you're going to be separated in a federal prison from the regular inmates. Spoiler alert, but Nathan Larson's dead. And the reason why he's dead is due to starvation. The news says that it's suicide. If I had to guess, the inmates that were, responsible for feeding him just let him starve to death. And I believe he deserved every second of that pain.
You and me both.
Boom. Right? Now, once again, I'm not saying that neither one of these dudes actually care, because one of the dudes hacked the guy's computer, right? He's an ethical hacker, and he hacked the guy's computer, and he's the one that got him caught. So I mean, that's proof that he cares to some extent, at least, right? But yeah, this is often how men react to this, like, oh man, that's crazy, and da 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 da. That's what I'm saying, and that's what that's what the other gentleman was talking about.
Or I'd fucking murder anyone who did that to my child, and that's the extent of their activism. Stops right there. That's it. It's the notion, the thought that maybe if this were ever to hypothetically happen to someone in her life, which it is pretty likely, because 1 in 3 women 1 in 3 women, you probably know at least 3 women. You probably met at least 3 women in your life. But in this hypothetical scenario, they are the hero. They're the hero. They get to remain the hero. And they are allowed that safety, that sanctity, that sanctuary, that idea that the ability to care is a thought and not an action. But you don't care. Caring is an action. Love is an action. It's proved. You actually have to do shit about it for it to be real. And to care about rape, to care about predatory behavior, to care about women getting assaulted and children getting assaulted and men getting assaulted, you should be making it a part of your life to stop that behavior. There is a reason that it's so common, because men don't really give a shit, no matter how many of you out yourselves, how many of you try to separate yourselves from the men who do these things. It's not enough to not be that person, and it's sure as fuck not enough just to say, I'm not like that and I would kill anyone who did that to you. The vast majority of time that women get assaulted is within the household. It's with someone that they know. It's an uncle, it's a father, it's a brother, it's a family friend.
A husband, a boyfriend.
It's your brother, your father, your family friend, your uncle. It's your brother, your family friend, your uncle, your father, your son, who was showing signs of extreme misogyny, of a disregard for the safety of women, of objectively sexist and predatory comments that you tolerated. Things that you will never even call out between your male friend group. You won't even make it a part of yourself to try and educate yourself on what encourages this behavior. It's the same reason that men who say that they're anti-pornography are anti-pornography, because it screws with their hormones and their attention span and their motivation, and not because it's the sexual submission and abuse of women on camera that fuels a lack of empathy, that kills empathy within the brain and your ability to see other people as human beings, in which women are written and scripted to be submissive to rape fantasies, to men flashing women on camera, and when women are in these videos, they're getting paid to smile, to women being sexually abused on camera, to women being paid to be receptive to sex in unsafe scenarios. And there are so many studies that this encourages that kind of behavior, that it normalizes it, that when men consume this shit, it disallows them from being able to rationalize the weight of when this actually happens to other people. And none of you have heard of this before. You haven't heard about this before because you don't care about rape. Because you don't care about rape, and your fucking children are going to suffer for that, and women are already suffering for that already. And young men are suffering from that. Every person on the planet is suffering from that. Women and children first. And it's your fault. It's your fault because you failed to engage with the world in which you exist.
Akademiks is extremely misogynistic. Extremely. I've seen, you can listen to stuff that he says. I don't really watch him that often, but I've seen videos of him disrespecting women, being verbally abusive to a woman, things of that nature. Yeah. Akademiks is extremely misogynistic, extremely, like most, like a lot of men are, but he's on another level. So him saying that inappropriate shit to that kid tracks. What this young man is talking about, as far as like porn and all of that stuff, it tracks. It tracks. Akademiks definitely seems like a freaking porn addict, and he seems like he would. He is very misogynistic, so it's all in line with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thought process there. And then you see it show up in his behavior when he gets on a stream and fucking like and tries to groom a 15-year-old kid.
You fail to engage critically and empathetically with what is going on around you. And you still don't care. You still don't care, and it's going to happen. And you're going to watch people that you love, that you care about. If you have any, you're going to watch them suffer. There are women everywhere. Everywhere. It is every woman that I fucking know has uncomfortable experiences with men. That's not a fact of life that they're just going to have to deal with. That's something that can be very easily combated but you hate women to a degree, and your friends hate women to a degree, and your father hates women to a degree, and all the men in your life hate women to a degree that we refuse to acknowledge that. Caring about women, about rape, about predators, does not involve this fantasy of coming to the rescue, of beating the shit out of someone when it just happens to occur.
That's another thing that I don't, I don't know if you guys are seeing this. I don't like the videos of the men who like set up predators and then they beat them up. Like, I don't like that. It's not because I give a shit about the predators. I don't like it because those motherfuckers, like, it's like I saw like Bradley Martin. Like, Bradley Martin is extremely misogynistic. And the men who consume that also are extremely misogynistic. Like, I'm not watching that shit. I've just seen, like, I randomly have seen the videos, but like, I don't sit up and watch that fucking gooner material bullshit. I ain't watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I saw it come across my page a few times and I was like, you know, like at first, you know, you think like, what's his name? My guy from the, you know, the white dude or whatever. I don't know. They be catch a predator dude, right? You know, you think like that at first, but then you know, you're like, okay, whatever. But then you see them like beating the dude up and slapping the dude or berating the dude and calling him a bitch ass punk and that. And I'm like, it's low hanging fruit. You guys aren't actually solving the problem. Like I said, I don't care about the molester guy at all. Like, fuck him. But you're not actually solving the problem. He is the culmination of all of this neglect that this young man is talking about, right, in this video. Right? He's the result of men not doing the work daily. That predator is the result of men not doing the work daily. And for every one of those dudes that these dudes get on camera and slap, there are a million men that you will never fucking know. Well, now I won't say you won't know, but there's a million men out here doing that shit. And y'all not doing nothing to stop them. You're not doing anything to combat that shit. Like, if you are going to do that, if you are going to set men up and you know, use them for like, you know, for content in that way and all that stuff, on the front end, at least do the work as well. On the front end, you got to be telling other men about misogyny and unpacking it and yada, yada, yada. But y'all don't ever talk about that. Instead, on the front end, you're selling very misogynistic ideologies to young, impressionable men. And then on the back end, you're selling them violence, but you're masking it in this idea of like virtue because you're beating up on a child molester, allegedly. Right?
You're not gonna beat the fuck out of someone trying to assault a woman in an alleyway. Get the fuck off the internet. Stop watching so many goddamn superhero movies. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, and it never has. It works by looking at the signs, by getting an understanding of misogyny, of what causes men to act this way, how to recognize men who might be a danger to women and children in your life or anywhere, and pointing them out by disallowing them from positions of power, like managerial positions in which they can abuse women and get away with it because women are naturally are in a position of submission and subordination because that's their boss. You don't care about rape. You don't care about predators. And if you're gonna make that fucking claim, then you have to do something about it. You're not a superhero. You're not a superhero, you're not going to come to the rescue, and if you want people to be safe, then fucking do something about it. Educate, empathize, and commit yourself to being loving, to having so much love for the people that are around you that you resent each and every person that perpetuates the hatred that allows for this to continue.